Again with John Gamble and Lewis Pendleton. After Chester United took the bragging rights in the town with an excellent 3-0 Derby win. John, how did you see the game?
Yeah, well, we are, delighted with the win, and I think we deserved it. First 10 minutes, I thought they started off better than us, and we scored against the runner player. But then after that, I think we controlled the game really well. We defended really well when needed, and we looked a threat going forward. And the two lads in the centre midfield were terrific, loads of energy. So look, like the ideal result for us.
And for you, Lewis, you don't need to justify your programme, but it is great justification when you see a group of young lads playing against an experienced Northern League team and putting a performance like that in.
Yeah, it's something we're wanting to build for a long time. And obviously the name change from Chester United to Parkview AFC for next year will be something that we all look forward to. Doesn't change the club, doesn't change the infrastructure with Chester United and Parkview. It just solidifies that partnership and what we've tried to do, which is to give young players an opportunity. And what they show is, as they physically develop, last year was a tough year for them in the league. I think they've learnt a lot being younger, and you see today and throughout this season that they're physically developing and physically maturing into very good young players, which is exciting to see. And that's what John and I's vision was when we formed Parkview Academy Sports. So really pleased to get a good result and to start to see the fruits of the labour. The work that Mick does, that John does, that Mickey Barron does, all the coaching staff do is tireless. And this season it's starting to show just how well organised and well drilled the lads are.
And Lewis made a point there about the physicality, because these young lads are not backing down at all. They're really, showing not just ability on the ball and how they play their football, but they're showing that grit and determination as well, John, aren't they?
Yeah, the league's about that really, You've got to win, or you've got to compete really well against strong sides. Chester Town are a really strong side, and like you saw, they're up there and want to go into obviously a playoff position and things like that. But we are showing that we can compete, and then we show a little bit more when we're on the ball and things like that. Like I say, we're delighted because there's a lot of hard work goes into like day-to-day running of an academy. A lot of meticulous trains of thought through Michael Nelson, Michael Barron, Colin, Willie Donegal. We're blessed with a lot of lads, who really give these lads a lot of their experience, and our fruits of our labour is out there. And like I say, from this season, where it was a tough season last year, they've just improved greatly. But listen, like I said, there's no celebration here. It's taking game and see where we end up. Our ambition is to win games, but it's to produce players that can play to a higher level. And people might look at that and say, the level's good that we're playing at now for a young lad who's getting in. But we've got a lot of good young lads. I spoke about it before the game about how there's a group of lads playing here, but there's another group of lads out there in the Weeside League are just as good to go into this, and there's been a massive rotation of players who've stepped in when they needed to be and produced, and which is lovely. I've got to be honest with you. And it's all about experience, giving them an experience, played senior football, which is great,
Last word to you, Lewis. John just said there, we're not get carried away, not celebrating anything yet, but you're now level on points in the playoff positions. The way you're playing and the way we've progressed, there's no reason why we can't get into the playoff positions by the end of the season.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the league's a tough ask, it's a challenge. Some very good sides in the league, and the boys just have to dig in every game and work hard. But on the day, they're capable of winning, regardless of the opposition. We give all respect to every team we come up against and every opposition we come up against, but there's a quiet confidence in the group that regardless of the team they play, they're more than capable of getting a result against anybody in this league on the day. But obviously, dealing with young players, you don't always have that consistency, which is starting to come. The start of the season, we were intermittent. We're getting that consistency. We had a good spell before Christmas. We're having a good spell now. but things can change quickly. You know, you can lose one and all of a sudden you lose 3 or 4 games. So we don't get carried away. It's just the next game, can we get 3 points? And every single game we go into, look to get 3 points. And that's the learning curve for these lads to be able to then play at a higher level, hopefully. So.
Thanks very much, guys.
One goes off.